What's going on, everybody? I'm back with TradeUI, and what we're going to do is show you how a professional trader walks through a trading situation and finds opportunities in the market. So sit back, take some notes, and watch how quickly we can find winning trades. So me personally, I'm a swing trader. I trade for a couple days, a couple weeks at a time, depending on the setup. This year, I'm going to go ahead and show you a screenshot. If I can zoom in, I am on a short-term net profit on the year for about $100,832. And what happened from that is actually setting up a system where I actually find good opportunities at strong support and resistance levels. So it's all basic stuff. However, the secret is finding these setups and being able to know how companies like ARCB was a good trade. So what I'm going to do is actually go to TradeUI's option flow section, and honestly this is a bulk of what we use. Everything else through here are also powerful tools that you can use for your own personal trading strategies. However, if you look right here in this area, you can actually filter out a lot of fluff and find trading opportunities. So what I want to do is I want to see a big bet to the upside or a big bet to the downside. And to do that, I'm going to go ahead and look for people asking. I am going to set my days to expiration to 60 days because remember, these are option contracts that we're tracking. Me personally, I trade the stock itself. However, I use option flow to determine my direction or give me an educated guess on my direction. So 60 days to expiration is a good window for me to realize, hey, people think 2 months this trade is going to happen or this move is going to happen. Next, minimum premium. I like tracking anything valued over $50,000. And then next I have monies. I want to look for out the money calls. All right, so I'm not worried about in the money or at the money. I want to see out the money. These are people betting on things that are technically considered worthless right now. So they're betting over $50,000 that it will be worth something in the next 60 days. So when we apply these filters, this is going to thin down our list tremendously. It's going to give us a lot of opportunities to look at here. And right off the bat, I see a popular stock here, AMD. So AMD has the strikes at 110, 120, and 108. If we go to the chart itself, I think I already have it mapped out. So this was an awesome opportunity on AMD. Looks like they just had earnings. They blew out through earnings. Looks like they're already at that 110 level, starting to see a little resistance here. However, if you look at the long-term chart, there's room to go to that 120 where you can make almost 8% on this move as of right now. Or you can wait to see how it reacts. Maybe it comes back to the $100 level. So this is something you can know to watch for potential entry on a trade. If you go to the longer term chart and you really want to swing trade, we're actually at a great buying opportunity for the long term to see a run to 140, if not maybe 160. So that is a potentially a 40 to 60% long-term investment that you found in just a few seconds looking at TradeUI. So now let's find something else and see what other opportunities we have out here. So if I close out AMD, let's see, I want to look for, interesting enough that we have tech has a lot of out the money calls and gold has a lot of out the money calls. GLD, this represents gold, but if you look, it's only like 0.5% to 3%, so nothing too crazy because you look at the expected move. It's a shortcut to tell you what a big move is. So 42 days for 3%, not really what we're looking for. We want to see something a little bit better. So let's look at SQ here. SQ, this one's interesting. We have option activity all the way up to $45 to $50 a share. Now that's only 2 to 13%. However, that gives us a lot of room to the upside. So let's look at this and see what's going on. And if it's all tech, it's probably doing the same thing. Square's been beaten down crazy lately. It sounds like people are starting to throw money into the tech sector now that we're starting to rally again, if you reference AMD as well. I know the chip sector, but looks like they just had earnings and they blew through it and gapped up fairly high. So let's just had a strong earnings report. Let's see. Yeah, they had a great earnings actually. So they surprised some people. It looks like they gapped up on that news, and it's going to be on a fast track to 50. If you run technical analysis, you could actually see this thing go to 54, 55, or potentially even 60. These guys looks like they're a little conservative and targeting that $50 mark, maybe 45. But this looks like a very awesome opportunity that's not too late to get in on. Remember, we gapped up. A lot of these gaps tend to fill. So if they dip below that 42.50 again, that gives you a lot of margin to the upside to look at the stock for 60. So as of right now, if we look back on what we saw, if we go back to AMD, judging between the two, I like AMD more, mainly because we established that that 100 is definitely a strong support zone. So we could do a few things. It gets close to 100, we buy more. We may enter now and continue this ride to the upside. If we look at the longer term chart and you want to take this trade out a few months, it's really hard to beat a 40% return over the course of a year. It's very hard. You know, you don't get rich off one trade, you get rich off a lot of successful trades. And just because it takes a few months doesn't mean it can't be profitable. Let's see here. But I want to see if we can find one more. Just because we have a little more time in the video, right? We want to find you some awesome opportunities. So I'm looking for, I don't like to see, if I'm bullish, I don't like to see many puts. If I'm bearish, I don't like to see many calls. Interesting enough, NVIDIA right here has a lot of puts. So that's actually great for AMD. If people are bullish on AMD and bearish on NVIDIA, NVIDIA has more market cap, which means that some of that market cap can go to companies like AMD in the future. Now, forgive me, a lot of these are 0 DTE. That's something you gotta be aware of. Only focus on these 42 DTE because that's where direction's at. 277 to the upside, 208 to the downside. This is kind of a gamble because actually if you filter out the 0 days and we do 2 days till expiration, there we go. It filters out a lot of things. Now we have 3 and 3. See, that's why you got to read through this data to really filter out what's going on for a potential swing trade. So with this situation, I really wouldn't even touch it because it's very indecisive. But let's keep this new filter here, and then let's look at, what is TLT? Let's look at TLT here. Nothing major there. Let's see if I can find one more for y'all. Goals to find one more, and sometimes they're not there every day, right? You have to check this periodically. That's why you go ahead and sign up monthly and you stay on. That way you can find these good opportunities. Honestly, one successful trade will cover your year for a subscription to TradeUI, so it's worth it. All you gotta do is find 7 or 8, which is very easy. Let's see, XLF. XLF, why not? 3% in 2 weeks, that's a good move to the upside. 34 tells us they're bullish on XLF. So let's see, XLF. This is great right here actually because didn't even realize I had this marked already here. That's weird. This must be from like back here or back here. Strong support off 32. You could easily target 36. That's a quick little trade you could have made right there in a couple of days. So this is a really good opportunity that you see right here. If we go to the year-to-day chart, it looks a little bit moved already on the year-to-day. So anything around that 33 would be something you want to be cautioned about. Maybe target 35. $2 a share is an awesome price opportunity on any kind of trade, especially in a few days. So this thing has strong momentum to the upside. But guys, at the end of the day, we want to use option flow to help us find educated directional guesses, and then that's where we throw in our own technical analysis. If you don't understand technical analysis, we got videos on that already on the channel, and look outside our channel. Find people who've been doing this for years as well, and learn how to go ahead and draw the support and resistance lines. That's where you start. This is the next level where you actually find tools that give yourself that trading edge. But if you want to give yourself a trading edge, go ahead and click that link in the description below. It'll take you to TradeUI's site, and then you'll be able to sign up, try it out for yourself. This trial is still active, so you can get that trial, and then you can show everybody that you are now a successful trader. Guys, I'm going to end the video here. Have a great day.